Hi, Subramaniam Shankar. There's something called as a zero data retention policy. Okay. Now, there are multiple architectures, okay, in which we operate with the AI. Okay. One is the data will be internal, the data will be external. The model will be hosted internally, the model will be hosted externally. Okay. So we have an external model, we have an internal model. The hosting environment is what I mean. Now, the model could the company generated. Okay, they have developed themselves, or the model could be something which a third party has developed. Okay, whatever it is. See, the security of privacy is maintained as long as your model is internally stored, and your data is also data set is also internal. Moment your data set leaves your premises, okay. So it is like letting your child go to school and go to college, which is inevitable in some of the situation. But there is also homeschooling. Okay, it all depends upon the way the parents are perceiving. Okay, how the child can start studying, etc. Now, what I mean to say is the data could be internally hosted, or the model can also be internally hosted. The model could be developed by a third party, or data is also something that could be procured by a third party. Moment the model is external, you are sending the data outside your infrastructure, okay? Or your model is also hosted internally and your data has been sent to the model. In any of the situation, okay, now what I'm speaking about the zero data retention is when the data gets out of your premises and it goes to a model that is hosted on a different environment, okay? So a lot of models, the Copilot is one of the models, a lot of models anyway there. Now, moment the data gets outside your environment, it goes to the model which is hosted externally. There could be a possibility that they are retaining your data, okay, because your data gets onto the infrastructure. Okay, it could be a data at rest or it could be data in use. Okay, now like data in transit also the network. The moment the data enters the infrastructure of a third party, there could be a possibility that they are storing your data and they might use your data to retrain the model. Okay, so that could be a possibility. I'm not saying they're actually doing it. I'm also not saying they're actually not doing it. Okay. To be on the better side, what we need to actually do is to see whether they have the zero data retention policy as a part of the management system. Okay, that basically means that you'll send the data. Okay, they'll process your data, they'll send you the response, and that's it. Okay, all these things will be a part of the RAM, the memory, and there is no there's no data storage. The data is not retained, okay, for them to use it for any other purposes. Okay. Now, this implements the zero data retention policy with respect to the third party. That's actually fine. But it's like, there are only two sides of the same coin, right? The other side is, okay, now because the third party, the cloud service provider or the AI hosting solutions provider, because they do not retain your data, in case tomorrow there's an incident and you want to do an RCA, okay, they don't have the logs to support you for doing the root cause analysis. Okay, that's one of the trade-off that we actually need to do. Trade-off is also one of the pillars, okay, for the chief AI auditor that he needs to actually focus on. So the data retention policy is damn good, okay, and it is only applicable if your data is going to get outside your infrastructure and enter the third-party network. So this comes under the TPRM, AI-specific TPRM, okay. Now, again, with respect to incident management, anyway, there is an implication, okay, because they cannot support you with respect to the RCA. So whenever you are using the third-party model, you need to ensure that the zero data retention policy is actually applicable and they are following it. Okay. The SOC 2 type 2 reports will give you an indication whether the ZDR is actually implemented. Okay. Now, in case you feel that you need the third party to support you with respect to the incident resolution during RCA, you can comfortably ensure, okay, you can comfortably overlook the ZDR policy. Okay. So zero data retention policy is one of the very vital component, okay, whenever it comes to AI-based third-party risk management. Okay. Thank you very much, Subramaniam Shankaran. Stay connected for further information on cybersecurity, data protection, and artificial intelligence. Cheers. Bye-bye.